All right, today we're going to go through our regular throwing progressions to make sure that all the kids remember what we used to do and what we're stressing, what we're looking for out of each one. We have a net. Not everybody has a net. If you can have a family member, throw to a family member. You could throw to a wall. You could put an old outdoor rug, hang one over a tree branch or over a deck. Maybe a heavy duty tarp or something, or if you can't, you can throw tennis balls if you have to. It's better than nothing. You can throw balled up socks if you want. Maybe put some tape around them. Throw wiffle balls. Throwing wiffle balls is better than throwing nothing. But we're going to go through our standard progression with maybe one or two extra things at the end that the kids might want to work on. All right, first off, we're going to start on one knee, and you're kneeling on your throwing knee. Ball starts from your chest in your glove, and just go ahead, take a couple throws. And for this, you're imagining your right shoulder following through in towards your left hip. So you're following through across your body like that. One more. And that's good. We're going to do cement feet next. Obviously, you're going to do more of these. You can do maybe 10 of each. If you've been throwing a lot, maybe go to a little bit more. But for now, we'll say start with 10 of each if you haven't been throwing. For cement feet, we're working on the same thing. Even though the feet aren't moving, the heels are certainly allowed to come off the ground. We want to get as much leg involved, as much upper body involved as we can. Working on follow through, working on sending that right leg into, the right shoulder into the left hip. And we keep hitting the camera here, but it's okay. All right, that's good for cement feet. Next up, we're going to do some rockers. These balls are making a beeline for the camera. For rockers, we're going to spread the feet out, knees bent. Spread the feet out a little bit more. Knees bent, athletic position. Body weight forward, back, and then throw. Body weight forward, back, and throw. As soon as you start working your body weight backwards, that's when the ball should be coming out of your glove. That's one of the good things about this drill. Some of the kids take the ball out of the glove too late, and it makes them rush through their throws a little bit. So the body weight comes forward. As soon as it starts coming back, the ball comes out of your glove. Now you could do this the way he's doing it in a hopping motion, or Brendan do the static one. Just you're not coming off the ground. If with the younger kids, or if you're having trouble with your timing, you don't have to jump to do these. Next up, we're going to do the step backs, which are pretty close to the rockers, but you start with your feet together. Nope, that's not it at all. Start with your feet together, step back, and get low, and then throw. You know what you're doing. Come on, boy. The purpose of this drill is for the kids to have trouble recruiting their legs on the throw. When you step back, you want to get as low as you can on that right leg so that you're really taking all the power you can. Do one more, Brendan, and have a little bit more of a step back. That's it. Good. Step backs are there. Next up is real simple, a step behind or a shuffle throw. You're going to start with the knees bent, and the key is for this one is we don't want to, well, there's two kinds. There's one, you could do a walking step behind, a walking shuffle throw, nice and relaxed. That's good when you're warming up. But then the other kind we're going to do is more aggressive, and this is more or less the throw you're going to do from the field if you're trying to throw a run around or something like that. And the key is cover some ground. When you're picking up a ground ball or something, you shouldn't be throwing it right where you caught the grounder. The shuffle throw, you should be throwing it from, a few steps away from where you caught it. Next up, we're going to do a bucket throw or seated throw. So Brendan's going to grab a bucket, bring it over, and have a seat on the bucket. Wait for that ball to roll out of your way, and come out of the bucket and throw. Now the one thing I want to look for in this is what Brendan had trouble. He was coming up and his torso was leaned over a lot and it was affecting his arm angle. You want to make sure when you're doing this drill that when you throw the ball, your torso gets up where it's supposed to be, and you're not still in your crouch from when you got up off the ground. This is good because, again, it helps recruit the kids learn how to recruit their legs. This and the step backs are really good for kids that have trouble recruiting their legs. Next up, we're going to try the what we were calling the tire throw. I see Adrian on 212 Athlete uses it a lot with his trampolines. We use a tire usually because we throw in the garage and there's a tire sitting right there. But for now, we're going to use a step stool. And all this is you're starting with your left foot up on the step stool. And Brendan's going to lean into it and throw. And this is just one more thing to do to change it up. One thing I like to look at with Brendan with this is that he should be coming through with his butt first. And his left butt cheek should be coming towards the target before his shoulder does or anything else does. So one more of these. All right, get that out of the way. And lastly, that's basically it. Lastly, if you've been throwing for a while, then and you've been throwing consistently, then the last thing we do once in a while is pull downs and just basically running up and throwing the ball as hard as you can into the net. Teach the arm how to move fast. And that's it. We're not doing these every time, constantly, whatever, and certainly not doing it if you haven't been throwing for a while. If you haven't been throwing, then certainly ease into all this stuff. But that's basically what we've been doing for our throwing. That should cover everything, and next week we'll go from there. Thank you. Talk to you guys later. Stay safe.